Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Love Fruit podcast with myself, Ronnie Smith from the UK Fruit Fest. And today we are interviewing a it's who I consider to be the number one raw food expert in all of Italy.
Thank you.
Dr. Doug Graham's only Italian student, and the person probably knows more about 80-10-10 in Italy than anyone else. And we'll talk about why that's important if you're interested in a raw vegan diet. And also a personal trainer, and that's Augusto Valerio. And what I'd like to say before we get started and talk more and ask you some questions about your lifestyle and everything, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe some things that I've not mentioned, and tell us a little bit about your story?
Yeah, sure. I'm a personal trainer, and when I was studying my books about nutrition, physiology, etc., I figured out that something was, well, missing or wrong. So I started to study natural hygiene, nutrition from a different point of view, and then I found that 80-10-10 thing, let's say. So I was impressed because I was doing all the what was wrote in the books. So, but it doesn't work. It didn't work. It doesn't work for me, at least, and my clients.
Let's repeat that. So you're saying you were doing all the stuff that was in the natural hygiene books,
Yeah,
and it wasn't working for you.
yeah, it wasn't working because it is fascinating. It is it's very interesting, but it's pure. Sometimes it's pure theory. It's important, but it's not enough. And you're an athlete. If you do a lot of sport, you need something that is consistent, that is practical.
Yep.
And you don't find this in the old natural hygiene books.
Right.
So that is the whole point of, for me, of the 80-10-10. The 80-10-10 shows you a way to apply natural hygiene in a scientific way, let's say, a practical way, consistent way. So for me, that is the most important thing I learned in my, let's say, my journey.
Right. Yeah, I mean, to me that's what a lot of this is all about. It's about trying to find something that's consistent. The word that stuck out for me was when you said consistent. And there is a lot of the old raw food books that, in my opinion, talk about something that people would do for a short term, whether it's a cleanse or a fast, that can really help some people. But as you're saying, they don't really have a consistent approach for the rest of the person's life. So you found out about natural hygiene. I'd be curious, how did you even find out about natural hygiene? Because it's not something that a lot of people would find.
Yeah, in Italy we had some people teaching natural hygiene, maybe 2 or 3, but they teach the old natural hygiene. And the problem in Italy is that almost everyone can't read or speak English. So we just have natural hygiene translated, but a few books, not all the books. So the natural hygienists here don't read all the books of natural hygiene in the first place. So they can't improve, they can't apply, and they can't read the 80-10-10 diet book. So I read something online of Valdo Vaccaro, that is one of the main hygienists in Italy, but he talks about cooked food. He doesn't have a consistent way to apply the raw food diet.
Right.
That's the point. I followed him. At some point, it didn't work. So I was searching for something else.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Basically.
Yeah, interesting. So, your transition to a raw diet, was it something you did overnight? Was it something that took a while? What did it look like for
Yeah,
you?
it took a while. Uh, I transitioned from vegetarian, vegan, then raw food, then cooked food, then but always vegan. So it took me a while. Yeah, some
Mm.
years.
Mm. And
Let's
did
say in general, the whole period more than 10 years.
and do you feel like certain foods were addictive to you? Did you find them hard to give up, and were you always going back to certain foods?
Yeah, I think that it is my opinion that the most addictive food is the food that creates in your body the strongest emotion. Maybe
Mm.
related to family, I don't know,
Wow.
special situation. For me, this is
Wow.
the strongest addiction.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, I like some food that my mom always prepare, no, or cook for me. This is the real addiction. Not always the food itself, if not the emotion attached to the
Yeah.
food.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. And so, how did you find out about like 80-10-10, Doug Graham? Where did you make an acquaintance with that?
Online, basically online, watching YouTube videos, link, and then yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It feels to me like a lot of people come towards 80-10-10 and Doug Graham because they find people that are doing well on Raw, and then they ask themselves who taught them, and then they might find someone else, and then they say, well, who taught them, and then we find someone else, and then they go, well, who taught them? And it kind of goes back to Doug a lot of the time.
yeah.
What's been your experience? You've worked with Doug a little bit, and I guess you're
Yeah,
a student of his, and how's that all going?
I think is the working with that is an incredible experience from very different point of views. The main one is the human the human touch that Doug has. Um, he's amazing. He has, of course, lots of information, knowledge. Okay, but his point of view
Mm.
on certain things is unique, and he teaches how to think rather than what to think.
Right.
That is the most important thing for me.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
The other thing I find about Doug that's maybe different to a lot of the raw food educators over the time is that sometimes we're too easy on people. And I've heard people say, if you can't do this 100%, don't worry, and
Yeah.
it's okay, and
Doug is
don't
tough.
worry, and all this stuff. And Doug he's tough,
He's tough.
but it's actually that he's just very, he has his own line, and he wants you to commit, I guess, as much as he does, but he doesn't. If you were to say, I know that I've seen when people have asked him, what's the healthiest cooked food? If I want to keep one cooked food in my diet, and he won't give an answer to that. He doesn't even want to give an answer.
It's like, I think he says it's like asking me what is better, shooting in your hand or in your food. Something like that.
Yeah, he has a very tough heart. To me, that's what's required in a way. A lot of the people that have went raw, they required that because
It's essential.
If you say to people,
Yeah.
hey,
You can have a little bit of
yeah,
this.
it doesn't really.
It's like with my girlfriend, I say that for me, Doug is like Yoda, Star Wars.
Yeah,
He's hard, he's tough, but he's right. And really, when he's tough, he's helping you.
yeah. What have been for you the benefits of going raw? Have you experienced many benefits?
Yeah. Mental clarity, energy. I can wake up without the coffee, without the stimulants, without the nothing, without the cell phone, and I sleep better. I don't have digestive problems. Everything is better.
Yeah.
It's like putting the right fuel in your car.
Yeah.
So the car just works better.
Right. And what would be your tips for people that are beginning, that are maybe already starting to experiment with it, and maybe you're struggling to get it right? what would be
Yeah.
your main tips for those people?
My main tip is to choose your favorite fruit
Mm,
and try to make a meal of it.
right.
Try this.
Nice.
For me, for example, is persimmon. I love persimmons. And uh, the day that I realized, well, wow, I can have a meal of persimmons? Really? Okay. It changed my life.
That's an excellent tip. Yeah. What after that? Let's say the person's then started to incorporate some meals of fruit. What would you say is your next tip after that, or the next?
Eat your vegetables.
Right.
Choose your vegetable, your favorite vegetable, from a list of, well, good vegetables.
Yeah.
Maybe not kale.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Right.
it's a little bit difficult to
Yeah.
manage, let's say. I don't know. Choose your favorite vegetable, and when you want something salty, eat your vegetable, your favorite vegetable. That's it.
Mm. What for you is how does your lifestyle look? How does your diet look like, and your lifestyle as well? But mostly, let's just concentrate on the diet firstly. How does it look like? Is it
Yeah,
the same every day?
my diet is very very simple. For me, another thing that, well, just for me, very important is that I don't like cooking. I hate cooking, really. So this is a freedom for me. It's a freedom diet.
Nice.
So, and also I don't like fancy things. I don't like. I like to be simple. So my diet is very simple. I like to enjoy my food, but I don't like it to be too complicated or,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
very simple. So I love oranges, for example. I eat like, well, it depends on my activity level.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for breakfast usually I eat like 10, 15 oranges, maybe 20 if
Mm-hmm.
I'm hungry. For lunch I eat usually bananas, blended. I love blended
Mm.
bananas, like 10, maybe 15. And in the morning, because I work in a gym, so I don't have time
Yeah.
to eat. I
Yeah.
eat, for example, quick food like dates.
Right.
And dinner is salad, big salad, maybe with half an avocado. It depends on
Mm. Yeah.
my hunger.
It sounds like this
That's
is
it.
the formula for success to me.
Yes.
And the thing that I want to point out to people is quantity as well. That it's not about eating a few oranges or
No.
only feel like eating one banana right now. Augusto is a personal trainer, has a lot of physical activity, so maybe that makes his diet a little bit more than others. But it's very common with people that are successful in the raw food diet: big meals of fruit, big meals of sweet fruit, and also big salads as well. We like eating big and enjoying our food. So
Yeah. Because how can you thrive? How can you make things in the day if you don't eat? Because usually people think that, okay, pasta, rice, bread is food, you have to eat them in quantity.
yeah,
But fruit, no.
yeah,
A little quantity. Why?
yeah.
You have to eat.
Excellent. So I've been here in Italy with Augusto for about a week or just over a week. And what's been interesting to me is seeing some of the differences, obviously, between Italy and the UK. And for example, I go into an Italian fruit shop, and a lot of the fruit is from Italy,
Yeah,
a huge amount of it.
usually.
And we've been talking about some of the differences and some of the challenges with people finding out about the raw vegan diet here in Italy, and some of the cultural differences and things like that. Obviously, Italy is well known around the world for being a food, you know, a place that's invented a lot of the great foods and the recipes that people
Food
enjoy.
central.
Yeah, and they do so many things with pasta and tomatoes and whatever, and cheese and everything else. So, but there are some parts of Italy that are very healthy as well. If you look down to
Yeah.
Sardinia, and it's interesting to me to have been hearing you. So let's talk about the Italian culture and how difficult is that for you to have moved away from that as a, raw food is giving up all these things that I'm guessing that you grew up on and loved?
Yeah, for the people, I'm crazy. Of
Right.
course, you can't live without pasta.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah.
You can't. It's impossible. I, not from a standpoint of nutrition,
Mm.
if not from an emotional
Yeah.
emotional thing. It's something that makes us Italian, eating pasta, pizza, and things like that.
Yeah.
Because food in Italy is almost everything. It's the most important thing.
Mm.
So cut out all the things that are typical here. It's tough. It's difficult.
Yeah.
But I made it because I don't like, well, as Doug says, I don't want foods that don't love me back.
Right.
So I love pasta, I love pizza, yeah, but they don't love me back. They hate me, really. They really hate me.
Right. So, and we also talked about the idea that a lot of Italians, like, if it's not from Italy, then it's no good.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't want to eat fruit from different countries and
Mm.
stuff like that. That's interesting.
Yeah. In Italy, we like Italian things. Made in Italy is everything. It's the best, the only one that an Italian wants. So it's difficult also in this way because in winter when it's cold here, we don't have so much fruit. Well, we have persimmons, we have oranges, maybe grapes, and basically that's it. We don't have so much fruit in winter.
Yeah.
So you need tropical fruits. I don't know, from Spain, South Africa, or whatever. And this is another thing. When you eat these things, these tropical fruits, you are weird because it's not from Italy.
Yeah.
It's not from here, so
Yeah.
it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Because we are convinced that if it's from Italy, it's good, it's pesticide free, it's I don't know.
Yeah. I see.
This is another thing.
One thing I would say about being in Italy, I mean, I do feel like when I walk around the city centre or different places, there's less overweight people than I would say in the UK and in the US. And we were talking about that a little bit. You think that maybe people don't eat as much meat here and some of those kind of things?
Yeah, in general, the Mediterranean diet is healthier than the other standard diets, for example, in the UK or in the US. But anyway, people here die from the same pathologies.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. So maybe it's healthier, but it's not healthy.
Yeah.
So we eat maybe a little bit less, a little bit healthier, but we eat pasta, grains, cooked grains, oil, animal fats. Anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe less, but.
So I think we can go into more about that. It's fascinating to see other cultures and stuff, and it's really nice to go to a place where there's orange trees out in the street and stuff like that. I'm sure that we were talking about the tomatoes down in.
You love tomatoes.
Yeah, I love tomatoes, but the Sicilian tomatoes, I've not had better tomatoes than that. But I've not been everywhere in the world, but Sicilian tomatoes are just unbelievable, and
I can say honestly that we have the best tomatoes in the world. That's true.
Right.
Me.
So one of the challenges we have in raw food, I think that one of the most important things for people is education and
of course
getting the right information. There's a lot of different information out there, and what are some of the mistruths or things that are not correct or ideas that you've seen that people pass on and talk about and ask you questions about that you just don't think are right, that are kind of stopping people from having success with this lifestyle?
Yeah, that's the main reason why I searched for something else outside Italy
Right.
because unfortunately here in Italy there is this idea that the best diet is the diet in the alternative movement, let's say. Okay, best diet is the diet of 1, 2, 3 apples a day, just to transition to a breatharian diet. That's the idea.
Right. Okay. Okay.
The fruitarian diet here, they call themselves frutariani. They say that the apple is the only one fruit that humans should consume, and in small quantities, just to adapt to breatharianism. So that's a big problem because when you say, well, you have to eat more fruit, raw food diet, they think about that
Yeah.
diet. So I'm studying with Doug Graham also for this, to distinguish my work from these people that actually I think they don't have a clue of
Right.
what they're doing. They're reading, as we said, Arnold Ehret books, natural hygiene, classic books, and that's it. So basically they are stuck in...
And Arnold Ehret seems to be a little bit of a...
I love Arnold Ehret.
Yes, for sure.
I love him, his books, but
he does make some people maybe misinterpret some of his statements and things about the human body as an air gas engine and foods only to help pull out toxins. Or so, I don't know, this weird things people say that they claim come from those books. As if we don't need to eat, you know, as if almost like...
That's the whole point, is to live on sun and nothing else. Sun and air.
So you don't follow that? You don't believe in that?
I think we have a digestive system for a purpose.
Right.
For a reason. So
Let's talk about then some of your favourite fruits, your best fruit experiences, and if people want to come to Italy, where would be a good place to visit and have some good fruit experiences?
I think persimmons here, persimmons and watermelons. Watermelons in Italy are the best.
Right.
Yeah, they're really the best because they're so sweet sometimes that they are too much sweet. You can't eat a whole watermelon. It's too sweet. Really. So
wow.
Yeah, think watermelon, grapes. Grapes.
And other places, can you go and pick these, or other particular regions? We're talking about Sicily with the tomatoes. Are there any other good regions to go and get?
Well, the south of Italy is the best.
Right.
Actually, they are growing like mangoes. Yeah, mangoes, chirimoya, bananas in the south of Italy, in Sicily.
Oh, wow.
Because of the climate.
Yeah.
No, you know. So I think the center, but the south of Italy is the best for fruit, of course.
Excellent.
In the north, you have almost nothing.
Yeah. Well, that's really interesting. I think that a lot of people are trying to go to Thailand and different places to get fruit, but sometimes I like to think that there's probably places closer to home that have good fruits.
Yeah. We have technology, so we can bring... We don't need to fly.
yeah, for sure. So we've got about 4 minutes, 5 minutes left. How would people find out about you, and do you help people with this diet? Are you available for people to get in touch with you?
Yeah, I work in a gym as a personal trainer, but I also work as a vegan coach. So I help people improve, change diet, so at many levels, not only a raw food diet, if not improve from where they are.
Yeah.
And I have a website, augustovalerio.it, and I basically work with people as a coach.
Excellent. And when it comes to you helping people, what are you seeing are the biggest challenges for people with having success with this lifestyle?
Pasta. Really?
Yeah.
It's like a religion here. It's not something about nutrition. it's really something about something emotional. You know, I can't live. How can I tell people that I don't need
Yeah.
pasta or well
Yeah.
pizza?
Excellent.
Seems stupid, but
So you were at the UK Fruit Fest last year.
yeah,
What was your
Incredible.
experience? Did you enjoy it? Do you
Incredible.
recommend it to people?
yeah, maybe the best experience in my life about this lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah,
this.
yeah.
And also for emotional reasons because I connected with people, incredible people like you. So really wonderful experience. I
Thank you very
recommend
much.
this to everyone.
Oh wow, thank you very
Even
much.
if you are not interested in the raw food diet, I don't know. Try the UK Food Fest because you won't be disappointed.
Thank you very much for saying
Really?
that. So, yeah, guys, just to finish off, because sorry, we're kind of limited in time here because the situation. But just to let you know, if you are looking for some help with this, then reach out to Augusto, especially if you're in Italy. He can probably help you with if you don't speak English that well. And if you want more information about the Fruit Festival, you can go to fruitfest.co.uk/registration and you can learn more information there about next year's event, or you can just follow some of our videos on YouTube if you want to learn more. You can also go to our email newsletter and you can get a free book there if you like for signing up. And thank you for watching or listening. We'd appreciate it if you share this with other people. If there's anyone you know who might be interested in this, let them know about it. I don't know if you can rate this or leave comments whenever you're watching it or listening, but feel free to do that as well. So any last words of advice or wisdom to people out there that you would like to share, Augusto?
Yeah, eat more fruit and be healthy.
Excellent.
That's
And
it.
what are your plans for the future? You're looking to expand what you're doing in any way, or?
Yeah, I hope to create a festival like yours here in Italy, but I don't know when. But yeah,
Excellent.
that-
We'll
that's
look
a
out
good
for
idea.
that. Yeah. And if any of you want to help him out with doing that, then get in touch and let's make it happen. So thank you very much, Augusto.
Thank you, Ronnie.
And we'll stay in touch. And if you'd like to get another interview with Augusto, learn more from him, reach out to us and we'll definitely set that up another time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ronnie.